Greetings, this is this, and I'm me. And last time we failed again. But it doesn't really matter because we've already started anew, and this time is maybe the time, you know? And I don't know, this character just seems so much less like confusing / frustrating for me to be not having succeeded yet than the Silent did. The Silent, I was like, I don't know, like I just need a good run apparently, and I'm not getting that. But this one, it seems like I'm always, you know, somewhat pleased with what's been going on. So it's less frustrating in that sense. But what do we have here? Starting combat with 1+ strength and with 10 block. Okay, lovely. I will start by I already have block, so we're gonna start by just fighting, you know? Fight as much as we can, and then end our turn. And I don't remember what is up the road ahead for us here, but we'll see soon enough once we beat this dude. Well, I guess what I'm gonna do here is 4 block plus 5 block plus establishment plus strike. Okay. And we take a teensy bit of damage, unfortunately. Ow. Okay. And then, next off, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be probably, what are you at? 25? 10 and 8. It's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, a lot of people keep telling me that I'm thinking wrong, that I need to think about things differently. Basically just that I'm wrong in the ways that I am thinking all the time with this game. And I'd just like to say that, you know, for one, if you think that someone who is just like having fun playing a game is thinking wrong, then like maybe you're thinking wrong a little bit. I don't know, just, yeah, maybe. I don't know what to do because I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to give it to him and play at the same time. Let's just do this, you know, just be extra safe. In reality, we're just thinking differently, okay? I mean, maybe once or twice here or there, I was like you know, like I was misreading something in a way. But okay, yes, here, this card. I'm just thinking about this card differently. It deals a certain amount of damage for a certain number of energy. And then it shuffles in a through violence into your draw pile. So I'm not thinking of that as that 20 damage extra for 0 energy as being a given thing that I'm going to get when I play this card. Oftentimes, if this card is only showing up at the very end of my battle, you know, or if this card is showing up when I have a really large draw pile, things like that, then I might not even get to the through violence card. So I have to be okay with the thought of spending 2 energy on this card and only dealing, I mean, I think it's 10 damage normally when I'm not weakened, but only dealing 8 damage, you know, because it's giving me the through violence in my draw pile, not in my hand, not at my next turn. It's just in my draw pile. So I don't necessarily want to think about the extra 20 damage as a like given part of the cost of this card. So if you want to think about it that way, then that's fine. But I'm just thinking about it differently. And I don't know if that person was necessarily saying thinking wrong, but I haven't been told that I was thinking wrong about things before. And just, you know, I'd say maybe people in general, overall, like multiple people across the board could maybe think about how words like that and phrasing like that ends up sounding to me and whether or not it might start sounding like it's closer, like even though it's, you know, it can sound kind of rude, but also it can sound close to a backseating sort of territory of like, you're playing the game wrong, here's how you should be playing it. You know, I'm just saying. But like, it is true that you could think about this card in that way, but it's just not the way that I'm thinking about it. So, I don't have any block here. I have 3 energy. I need to be able to do 15 damage. Okay, seems like we're gonna have enough if we use this card. And then if we use this card just for the fun of it, but see how that, like, it didn't benefit me to have the through violence in my draw pile in that instance. 10 gold. Oh gosh. Okay. Can I see my deck? Oh, that's the map. That's the start. Left bumper? Okay. I already have one of these. I don't have Flurry of Blows. Do I get it? I always get it. Do I get it again? I have no interest in... I have no interest in Third Eye. Because scrying is just, like I said, it seems like it's too much work. Like, it stresses me out to, like, they let me see the cards, and then I have to think, oh god, like, what would be good to have? What wouldn't be good to have? I'm gonna regret discarding something or not discard. Like, you know, it introduces a layer of accountability that I don't want. And this is like, we could just keep trying to build up the mantra, but at the same time, 4 block is not that good. But 4 damage isn't that good either, you know? Okay, we'll do a second one of these. Maybe we're gonna have a mantra build, because I haven't been getting that much for changing stances yet anyway, right? And I don't like the accountability that comes with scrying. That's the long and short of it, you know? If we really get down to it, that's the issue. It introduces accountability that I don't want. Okay. So, we're fighting the slime dude. The picture looked like the slime dude, right? I don't remember. But I feel like sometimes the picture doesn't look like what I'm going to be fighting. Or does it always look like it? Am I dumb? I mean, in some circumstances I am. I do make mistakes. I do not know things. But like, you know, sometimes I'm just seeing things differently. Sometimes I couldn't tell it was a slime picture. Okay. I mean, doing all of these strikes is going to be great, and then the Deceive Reality is going to be great to get that safety. Okay. Now this dude seems like one of the easier bosses to fight. But maybe I'm going to regret saying that. So Reach Heaven at an 11 damage is not that bad at all, and this early in the fight, and it's a boss fight. Like, this is when this is a good card to use. I just want to be careful that I'm not getting too many cards that are only helpful in a certain type of fight. You know, I need cards for the normal battles as well, but sometimes there's a card that would be really good for specifically a boss fight, or specifically at least a very long fight. And then there are cards that would be really good specifically for a fight that has multiple enemies. And so if I'm only fighting one enemy, like a boss battle that only has one person, then the cards that are for multiple enemies aren't going to be good. You know, there's a lot to think about. And I like to have as balanced of a deck as I can usually. You know, I've always been a balanced player when it comes to all kinds of games. Like, I like to have balanced stats. I like to have a balanced deck. Which means that you're not usually extra strong in, you know, like, you could make it so that you are super good at killing the bosses, but you struggle in the regular fights. And I don't usually go for that, and it can make things more difficult. Okay, enough yapping, and let's just figure out what to do here. We don't know that he's attacking yet, so I don't need to use block. I only have 3 energy. We could do this. And then the miracle, and then, you know, like, it's too much. We can't. But we could do this and then empty fist. But this is so good. You don't want to pass this up. Like, in this type of battle, the earlier we use this, the better it's going to be for us. So I should probably forget the wrath. Just do that. And this. And this for the mantra. Yeah. Okay. And half health for him is going to be at 50 into a 70. Okay. So, gosh, we need to do a good bit of damage here. So I'm going to get this for the mantra. I'm going to strike here, then use that for free. Strike there, use that card for free, following up. And then it's too bad we can't stop this attack. So we use our last 2 energy to get 17 block and just pass up on the vigilance. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay. So we do take damage here, but I mean, we were starting off pretty healthy. So I'd say it's probably not the worst. Oh, nice. Okay, through violence. Do we use that now? It is a retain card. Why not use it now, though? I have the strength and everything. Let's use that. And he's going to split, so he's not going to do what he was going to do. But I'm just going to keep doing damage anyway. And I guess we might as well just do this. Oh, that's a great card to draw next. I'm going to use my miracle and use this card. Yeah, I know. It's crazy because now I don't have a miracle anymore, but we only have 2 little slimes, both at 42 health. We only have to get them to 21 health for them to split, which is not bad at all. I can do Consecrate, which deals damage to both of them, and then this one, which gives me more mantra, and then this one, they're both at the same health? Okay. This one on this dude, because he'd be the better one to interrupt, and then Smite on this dude as well. Okay, and now I don't have to worry about blocking, and we can exhaust 1 slime. We also exhausted 1 slime in, you know, like he didn't do his move anymore. Like, he was exhausted. Like, okay. Let's see. Do. I'm not liking what I'm seeing here in terms of options for me. So let's maybe just do Smite and Strike and then cut through Fate on the big guy here. And confirm, because it doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, end my turn. And I don't want to discourage people from sharing their opinion in the comments, but like, wording is important. You could just say like, oh, I think of this card as this way, you know? Can't I just like end it? Like, you know, what are we going on about? Like, do we really need to do that much more? 8 damage and 9 damage. Yeah, I guess just do 8 damage and 9 damage, okay? But like, you know, I feel like we're a hop, skip, and a jump away from victory. Like, can we just... You know, they just keep splitting into smaller dudes, and I just have to keep fighting, and 21 damage. Okay, I don't know why I'm acting surprised, but that's so nice. Okay, so that's good. And then the follow-up here, and if you combine that with a strike there, and then a smite here, there, wow, it was a hop, skip, and a jump away, and we're done! Okay, Act 1 complete. Let's move on. Brilliance. Yeah, I like that one. That one's dealing with the mantra build that we've got going on here. Surely we've got a mantra build going on. Okay. Coffee Dripper. Gain energy at the start of your turn. I can no longer rest at rest sites. Seems like a terrible idea. I personally need my rest. Okay. Holy Water. Right. 3 miracles. Okay. Or Violet Lotus. Whenever you exit calm, gain an additional energy. Well, I haven't been changing my stance that much. So we're going to go with Holy Water. This is the one we had a different time, and it seemed to work out nicely for us. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Well, I see that I'm icy. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop. I see many elite battles, but they're all in differing points of interest. The far left path has that ubiquitous, you know, elite battle cradled in between 2 campfires. And then we just go all the way to the elite on the side. Like, is that the best bet? Okay, probably. Yeah, let's go that way. Also, I feel like the way that I hear about these types of card games, meta builds can really be like, I don't know, overshadowing everything else. I feel like that's a common thing to happen, isn't it? Where like people will really like get into the meta and know the meta in the sense of being like, why would you ever pick anything else when if you use this card with this build and do this thing, that's the meta. Like, everybody knows that's the best way to play this character, and that's the best way to build your deck. But not only do I not know the meta, but also I don't care about the meta. So if that's playing into your guys' perception of my game ever, you know, if you guys are ever seeing the way that I'm playing and thinking like, wow, she's really like, you know, not doing the obvious choices of best things here, I'm sorry, that's just the way it's gonna end up panning out. Because I just play it how I see it, you know, I just go with the flow and just do whatever. So yeah, sorry if that can be irritating, but I'm just definitely not like, I'm not that style. Let's go, like, he's got this annoying amount of block, you know, because he's a shelled parasite. So we definitely want to be able to do a good bit of damage here. But I want to be able to block as well. I don't want to be losing my health so early on. Maybe we should just use the safety because it's the cheapest way to get the amount of block that we need in this instance. And then I can do other things. I really want to play the establishment card, but I don't want to waste my energy. And I don't want to keep using miracles, you know? I guess let's use smite so that it breaks the block. And then let's use strike plus. And then do I use an extra energy to get establishment or no? I feel like I should use an extra energy to use strike to break his plated armor down more. This is probably a dumb idea. Okay, let's just do that because the fight goes on for forever if you don't deal damage to get his plated armor gone. So, like, let me just try and do that. We can use follow-up immediately. That would be good. But it's actually best if I can get straight through the plated armor initially. And so Reach Heaven I'd love to use, but it uses so much energy. We could use this and this and this, but I want to be able to block. Should I use my last miracle? Maybe we should just use the last miracle as well. Okay, I'm gonna use this. So now the next attack deals unblocked damage and therefore lowers his thing. And then I could just not do smite, but I want to lower the thing again if I can. You know, why not? Lower the thing again. And then this gives us block, but I'd like to get this block as well. So I'm going to use my last miracle and block there. End my turn. Now we only take 1 damage, which is so much, you know, more acceptable to me. Okay. I'm going to use Empty Fist. I like to use the thing that, I don't know why. Like, is it mattering? I don't care to think about whether it's mattering or not, but I like to use the thing that is the most damage to get rid of the shield, like the one that's closest to making sense for that, before I do other things. Through Violence, and then Consecrate, and then Brilliance is totally just taking care of it. Okay, this is looking like we're starting to get powerful here. Feel like we're starting to get powerful. Like, I'm having some cards that are doing a lot of damage. I have to just make sure that I have enough energy to be using them. Like, I can't get too many cards that are too complicated here. And, like, ruin what I have going. 10 block is really good. Okay, we don't have an Evaluate yet. I'll get it. I'll get it. Okay. Ooh, 3 flying dudes. Interesting. What do they need in order to stop flying? Attack damage 3 times? Yeah, gosh, that's tough. Okay. That doesn't seem likely that we're gonna end up doing that. I want to use Battle Hymn so bad. But do I pass up Reach Heaven? Or do I use a whole bunch of miracles? What do I do here? Because, I mean, there's no reason I shouldn't use follow-up, right? Oh, well, follow-up is for free. So we use Reach Heaven, which will allow us to use follow-up for free. So then we'll still have an energy that we can use Battle Hymn. But then how do I block? I'm going to have to use a miracle. Okay, this is fine. You know, we are going to have to use a miracle at the end of the day. But it'll be fine. Wow, I am so weak. 5 damage is such garbage trash. Okay, let's do follow-up. Wait, why was it red? Oh, because they take less damage. Oh, okay, I'm not weak. I was like, yeah, I have 1 strength right now. I'm not weakened. Oh, these cards are garbage. Okay, but yeah, do that. And then Battle Hymn. Okay, and then 1 miracle and Evaluate plus. Okay. Sure. We're fully protected. Oh, I didn't need to block. I had 10 block. We could have done the other strike. Not that it would have mattered. It would have knocked that dude down, but like, whatever, you know? Let's do this. And then, this is free, so I'll use it anyway. Then I'm gonna strike and smite. And that'll full kill that one dude. Which is nice, I guess. Yeah. Okay. It feels like a waste. Oh wait, no, I forget that they take less damage. It's definitely not a waste, and they're definitely not full killing, and this is an ugly, ugly battle. Okay, I should get establishment because it'll help with the smite cards. But then also we're gonna want to use a miracle and to use deceive reality. Okay. So that I'm blocking for most of what I'm getting hit for. Okay. Sometimes there's just too many things to keep in mind, you know? Okay. So if I guess I'm gonna have to use smite on this dude. Even though it really feels like a waste. But, like, I want him to just full die, and I definitely don't want to waste through violence on him. But through violence is only going to do, like, 10 damage. But that's okay. It's still, you know, pretty good, all things considered. And so then, they're doing a lot. But the safety is nice. That's for free, so we'll take that one. And then both of these defends. They're doing 20 damage. I could just do this one. Okay, so I can do this one. So then maybe we get to exit calm and get some energy back. Okay, yeah. They attack with their little claws. I'm gonna attack with my claws. Strike, smite. Strike plus. Strike plus. Smite. It's just not enough. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just not enough. Then, let's do our last miracle, one defend. Just so we take a little bit of block there. Taking block? That makes no sense. Okay. So, this dude, I just need to hit him for one. But I don't have a lot of energy here. I'll do that just because it's free. 1 energy, 2 energy, 3 energy, 4 energy. Oh, but if I do this, I get extra energy. Yes. Okay, so let's start with this one. Here. Okay. And then we'll do this one here. Okay. And then I will do this and this. And this will full kill! Nice! Okay. Crush joints? I guess. Why not? It's a good attack card at the least. You know, even if I can't apply the vulnerable. Okay. Question. Oh, merchant. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Apply to vulnerable. That's cute. At the end of 3 turns, deal 40 damage to all enemies. Wow. Ooh. Gosh. Okay. Whenever I play 10 cards, draw 1 card. Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack. Start each combat with this card in your hand. The effects of your cost X cards are decreased by 2. I don't think I have many of those, if any. 2 miracles into my hand. I kind of want Ink Bottle or Bottled Flame. I just love having relics, you know? Like, that will help me. It's so nice. Some of these cards are interesting and could be helpful, but, like, I like these. This is just, like, default helpful, whereas this could be something very fanciful and crazy. Like, I could start with Reach Heaven, and, like, that would guarantee that I'm getting it right at the beginning of my battle every time. You know? Like, that would make it much more useful to know that you don't have to wait later into the fight. But that would mean I'd have to commit to using the 2 energy on my first turn every time. Brilliance is a bad one to start with because we don't have Mantra anyway. Crush Joints is, you know, interesting enough. It is cute, you know, starting with 2 vulnerable. Like, that's helpful. That's not a good one to start with. Power, what is this? Attack. The follow-up is not necessarily good to start with. I just don't know if I should pick Reach Heaven or if I should pick Crush Joints. This is the easier one. Reach Heaven is definitely... But I mean, I do have extra miracles, so I could always just use the extra miracle at the start and, you know... We don't have to save the miracles throughout the whole battle, you know? Okay, I think I'm gonna try it. But it's actually not that helpful. This is more helpful, isn't it? Well, it makes the Through Violence card show up more often, which is really... It's making that card more powerful. What if I play 10 cards? Draw a card. This is just an extra card. This is... I just am going to have this card. It's basically making 1 card innate. Is it worth $259 to make 1 card innate? If it's that card, I'm just doing it. Whatever. Reach Heaven. Okay, I've done it. Now I have $126 still. Should I get Trip? Yeah! I'm gonna get it. I still have $35. I can get Sash Whip. I'm gonna get it. Okay, we're going for a big spender run. I spent a whole bunch of money and I bought a whole bunch of things and I might regret it. But I don't, you know, a lot of the times I pass things up. So let's just get it. Okay, Reach Heaven. Battle him. And then these cards are not even important to use right now, so let's just go next. He's gonna confuse me, though. Do I need to, like, use what I can now? No, save the miracles. It's much more important to save the miracles because I might need extra energy after I'm confused. Okay. So, Trip now costs 3, which is crazy. Crazy introduction to our new 0 cost card. Okay, so let's use the free card. And then the follow-up card sucks. Okay, that's unfortunate. Well, I'll use Smite and I'll use Evaluate for the block. And then maybe just get more block and like reshuffle. Yeah, like I say just reshuffle. Like I don't like any of that. Okay, your bite will not harm me. Why are there so many cost 3 cards? This is just horrible. Okay, I'm going to deceive reality and then cut through fate. I will absolutely let those cards shuffle into my deck. What do they cost? Okay, oh, I only got one card. I don't have any energy already. Wow, okay. I would love to be able to block a little bit more. What is the biggest block that I have? 12? Okay, let's use one miracle and use the block. Okay, so I'm fully blocked for his attack. And I will just end my turn. Okay. And now, through violence is thankfully still 0. Thank God. Okay. Establishment is 0. That's incredible. We love that. This block is 0. We love that. And then this one. Okay. So through violence, let's use that. And then I guess I could just use all 3 of these cards. Okay. I was like considering whether I should retain some of them so that they'll be free next turn, but I'm like, I have the energy to use all of them. Why would I not just use all of them? This strike is for free, so we should definitely use that. Mantra. I have 2 mantra right now. He only has 12 health. Just do this. Okay, thank God. I don't like those fights. Should we switch the liquid bronze out for something else? No. Tranquility plus. I mean, it's free. I feel like I like that a lot. Another Reach Heaven. I don't think mentally I can deal with having another Reach Heaven in my deck. Let's go with the free Tranquility. I like that. Okay. I've stayed quite healthy so far. I don't want to jinx it, but... Okay, what is this little thing you do? Block gain increases. That's fine. We'll just deal with it. Reach Heaven. Follow up. And battle him. And miracle, establishment, miracle, evaluate. Okay, now I'm almost fully blocking that attack. I still have my 1 miracle that I would have normally if I had the other relic. And maybe we got a good start there. Although, dude is still malleable, so you know, there's that. Okay. Get the free block. I could enter calm to get more block, and then exit calm. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Enter, empty fist, and exit. And now I have 2 energy for the strike and the smite. Or we could do insight, draw 2 cards, and then I could save the smite. Okay. What did I get? Sash, whip, and... Okay. So we'll get more block. We'll do a strike, and then a sash whip. And now dude is weakened, and I'm fully blocking that attack. It worked out magnificently, if you will. Absolutely beautifully. We couldn't have asked for it to work out better. Okay, and now I have a free smite. Oh, and I also have this free through violence card. Okay. Let's just go for it, you know, like let's just start doing things. Oh wait, maybe I should have used that one before. Cause like this is vulnerable. Okay, let me do a skill now. Deceive reality. It's worth it. If we do that, and then we crush joints, so dude is now vulnerable. Now that when I use through violence, it's gonna full kill. You know? Okay, flex potion. That's different than the fear potion. 2 energy, 5 strength. I don't know. I don't know which one I would like the most. I'm gonna get rid of the fear potion. and use the flex potion instead, because sometimes they have the negate debuff thing, and so it wouldn't have even helped me anyway, you know? Okay, Rush Down. This is such a bright, colorful, cool-looking card. Whenever you enter Wrath, draw 2 cards. I haven't been entering Wrath at all. Retain to deal 6 damage twice. I do actually love the Flying Sleeves card. Let's take that one. Okay. Campfire. We could risk not healing at this campfire and upgrade a card instead. But should I just full heal? I just feel like I could upgrade a card here. And it could be really good. Usually I upgrade this one so that it's only costing 1. But I haven't even been interested in entering Wrath. I can upgrade that one so that it's innate. It's been showing up usually anyway. I can upgrade this one so that it's 11 damage. I can upgrade this one so that the damage is, or the block is a lot more. 8 damage is pretty awesome. Innate, that's been showing up early on as well. They're probably not going to continue as much though because I've been adding so many cards to my deck. 3 mantra is interesting. I'm not really interested in that one. What happens if I... 15 damage. I feel like I should upgrade this, shouldn't I? This makes... So this card is like a powerful card, right? But like mostly for long battles. Or if you have a lot of energy. Like if you defaultly have a lot of energy. Yeah, okay. It's a very powerful card in that sense. I made it more powerful by making it show up as early as it can in the battle anyway. But now I can make it even more powerful by having it be upgraded. I should absolutely just do that, right? Ooh, 2 vulnerable to all enemies is pretty cool. I think we absolutely max out the Reach Heaven card now that we've made it innate. Like, why wouldn't you make your innate cards as powerful as they can be, right? And like, it's because I've got those extra miracles that this is actually working out for me, right? Like, without the extra miracles, I would be crying having that as an innate card at the beginning. I hate using that much energy at the beginning. But this is actually going to work out. Like, they gave me enough things that work together here. This is gonna work out, right? I never know which of these 2 dudes to kill first. I think the cultist. What's this other dude called? Oh, the Chosen. I think the cultist. Okay. So Reach Heaven. Go. And this one's for free. Go. Strike. Well, should I or should I just defend? Oh no, I don't need to. I don't need to. I already have enough block. Okay. Strike. Good. Okay, just making sure I'm not being too hasty. You know, sometimes the power just gets to you. You're like, wow, I've become so powerful all of a sudden. Through violence already right now? This is... You guys were right. That is a very powerful card. Vulnerable and then through violence? Or should we put vulnerable on this dude? Yeah, probably. Okay, who needed a skill? This is an attack. Okay, so we'll do through violence on the cultist. We'll do this for free. We'll do trip on the Chosen. And then we're gonna do Sash Whip. I should have done this after the other one. Why didn't I do this after the other one? I'm so stupid. We're gonna do Sash Whip here. And so I know he's not full dying, but he will next turn, and then this dude I'll get to attack with a vulnerable, hopefully. Like, with a vulnerable buff for next turn. And then, you know, it is what it is. Okay. I mean, honestly, I feel like with the right build, so many of these cards are so powerful. But you never know if you're going to get the right build or not. Consecrate. Okay, and then that dude, 86 health. He's attacking for 10. None of this is block. So I guess we're just going to get hit. Which is really unfortunate. Unless I can draw a card. I can't. Oh, this draws a card. Okay, let's start with this. 8 block is better than 5 block. But do I want to use the rest of my energy on that? Here's what I want to do. I want to use miracles. Yeah, I get it. I'm dazed. I get it. I don't care. And then brilliance. And then the question is, do I use establishment as well? Sure. Okay. There we go. End my turn. I know I completely ignored the Wrath card. I could have maybe entered Wrath and then exited Wrath into Calm, and, you know, we could have done more stuff with that. I completely ignored it. I just am not interested, you know? I'm just not angry. Okay. So we're going to need to use Empty Fist and Strike and Defend. And unfortunately, that's going to be about it. So I'm going to take a lot of damage here. I mean, there's nothing that can stop me from taking extra damage here. Ugh. I don't want to be weak for the elite battle. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. So I've learned, like I noticed it a couple episodes ago, that when the card has a gold outline, it means that it's like good to go, you know? Like I'm like, oh, was the last card that I played a skill? I don't remember. But because this card is gold, it means that it was. The last card that I played was a skill. Like this will apply the 2 vulnerable. So that's really helpful. You know, a long time ago I hadn't noticed that. Like I didn't know that that was how things worked, but yeah, that's how things work, and it's great. It's a good thing to know. I guess we'll do this one. The safety is better to have in my hand. And yeah, we'll kill him next turn anyway, I'm sure though, so it'll probably be fine. Strike. There we go. Okay. Sands of Time. Retain. Deal 20 damage. When retained, lower its cost by 1. So if I just hold on to this card for 4 turns, it becomes free and 20 damage, which is awesome. But this is the type of card that in a short fight, it's not very helpful. I don't want to be getting too many cards that are the type of cards you need to wait to use, you know? Crush Joints again. Or Empty Body. Maybe we can do this one. It's an upgraded card, you know, so it's pretty good. It's a lot of block. And then we have one of each. We have an attack one that exits stance and a block one that exits stance. Okay, I'll do it. Okay. Final battle of the day. Let's get to it. Ooh, okay. Sometimes these fights are problematic, sometimes they're not. It depends on what cards I get. Reach Heaven. I will play... Okay, first of all, let's see. This dude, it's best to fight him if you're going to full kill him. This dude, we could full kill right now. Sure. All I have is this attack card. So let's use it on this dude. Because I'm not going to get hit by that other dude's attack. He's not going to hurt me. I have 10 block. So let's full kill the shield gremlin to activate our Through Violence card. Then let's apply 2 vulnerable on the gremlin leader. Whoops, we tripped. Oh wait, you did. And then we'll use our Battle Hymn card to get that Smite card to be showing up. And I don't need to defend. Okay. Good first turn. Everything, you know, it kind of came together nicely there. Okay. Next. They're doing a lot of damage. So supposedly, I would need to block for a lot. If the last card played was an attack. Right now, this is not an okay card to use. It's not gold. So I can feel free to do other things. Okay. This is to exit my stance. I don't see that I'm going to be entering a stance right now. So we probably don't need to worry about that one. The only other thing I'd worry about is whether I want to draw a specific card here. And like if we need to think about that. But this does 8 damage. This does 10. This does 13. And this does 10. And this does 8. So like we maybe don't even use this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. We either don't use that card and or we use all the cards. This dude needs 29 damage. I'm going to strike him for 13. Should we use this card so that I can maybe get block? Don't worry about it right now. Strike this dude for 13. And then use the follow-up card. And then strike again. If I use Cut Through Fate, though, it's the perfect amount. Okay, use Cut Through Fate. Discard this so that the defense card gets drawn. Then use a miracle and attack with this card. And then use a miracle and attack with this card. Because he has vulnerable right now. So isn't it better to have gotten those attacks done now? Now he's going to do a good bit of damage on me. I maybe should have used my strength potion. I don't have much energy. If I were to do this and then this, that would be 40 to 50. I mean, it would be a lot of damage. And then plus this one, 26. And he's not going to attack. It's so incredibly risky. But I'm going to enter Wrath. And then I'm going to use Through Violence. And I'm going to use Smite. And the question is, do we use one more with our miracle? I just have to be able to exit Wrath next turn. Or full kill him. I think we use the miracle now. Okay, he's going to be so weak. So killable next time. I have an energy potion if I need it. So weak, so killable. So weak, so killable. I can't exit my stance. Good, okay. But probably just crush his joints first. Let's use this one for free. Like, just for the fun of it, you know? And then this. And the fight's over, right? Oh, thank God. Okay. Honestly, that ended up working out. Draw 2 additional cards. I'm not going to have enough in my hand for all that. Like that, we're verging on having too many cards now. It's getting complicated and dangerous with the 3 miracles and the innate Through Violence or Reach Heaven. and then the 3 extra, like, something is going to stop being helpful because it's just going to be maxed out. Is that true? I don't know. I'll skip the weak potion and let's get signature move. I loved this one back in the day. But the only card in my hand being an attack is actually kind of, it feels really unlikely at this point with how many cards I end up having in my hand. Like, I draw so many cards and retain so many cards and start with so many cards. Like, what are the chances that that's the only attack card that I have? Is it going to bog down my deck if I get this? I kind of feel like all these are going to bog down my deck. I'm going to skip. I'm going to skip. I know that's maybe crazy. But it's just the way I'm thinking about it, okay? Gremlin Horn. It's not the most useful. Like, I don't feel like it's going to come up that often. But whenever an enemy dies, gain energy and draw 1 card. Okay. So we need to go to this campfire. And we need to rest. Okay. Let's go here. I just like to stop in a combat spot. Okay, what is this one? Black Fog, obtain a relic, but become cursed with Wraith. I feel like, aren't these always the same relics? Like, you always get the golden idol, you always get the blah blah, like, and I'm supposed to have learned at this point what it is that they give me here, but I can never remember. It's only a 50% chance. And like we've been saying, I draw so many cards. Get the curse. I usually have 1 curse in my deck. I push open the coffin, the fog dissipates harmlessly, and I got a relic, and it looks different. I don't recognize that relic. Is it just because I only had it for a short run before I died? What is that relic? Uh-oh, these dudes, they're annoying. Okay, let's see. This is Preserved Insect. Enemies in elite combats have 25% less HP. That's really nice. It doesn't help with the normal battle or boss battle, but elite battles, thank God. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the bag of preparation was an additional 2 cards. Okay, so I've maxed out. Anything else that is saying that I will draw additional cards at the beginning is useless to me at this point. I've maxed out on how many cards I can draw at the beginning of battle. So yeah, the bag of preparation, I mean, it gives me more options, but so many things that could be really powerful and good are going to get thrown into the discard pile. You know, like, it's not always good to have more options when you know that you don't have that much energy. So at this point, I'm at a point where I need more energy. I need things that will give me more energy because... And sorry, guys, like, I'm just realizing my tone maybe sometimes sounds like I'm like I am trying to explain to you guys, which for some of you, if you don't know the game, I might be, but I know a lot of you guys who are watching know how to play the game. And so I'm not trying to be like, this is what's going on right now. Like, let me tell you, I'm trying to explain to myself. So like, I'm trying to work through it. Yeah. So right now I'm in a state where I need things that will give me more energy because I have so many cards here at this first turn, but so little energy. And some of these might be really good to use early on to not have them get thrown into that discard pile. So I've actually kind of like oversaturated my hand on turn 1 in terms of how much energy I have available to me. Okay, like, I just need to walk through all that kind of stuff so that I can be on the lookout for, like, keeping the balance going of what I'll need in the future and what I'd want to pass up in the future. Oh, okay, but it's fun because this seems like... I feel like I've reached a level of complexity in this build. And sometimes I always feel like it's only at Act 3 towards the end where I feel like I'm reaching that, like, level of complexity. I'm like, why are we done now? I wanted to keep going. But I feel like I've already gotten to a point now in my deck where I'm like, no, yeah, this is like, we're building something. We're working with something here. So this is really fun. But we're going to have to do this fight next episode. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye now.